What is going on, guys? We're back with another video, and it is the start of Season 4 in the Packers Primetime 2.0 franchise. Lots of discussions on who should start. It's been a tough one, and it was honestly, I would say, a 55-45 brag over Rodgers. However, a lot of people made some good points, and the decisions were made. This is the roster, the final roster, obviously, for the first game. And, nothing's set in stone. But here it is. Aaron Rodgers does remain the starter. Now, Bragg, he's still in a good spot. And here's the reason why. He is one of the guys in the training. And if week 3 we see there is no good players for the next year's draft, unless Rodgers is playing out of his mind, we will let Bragg have his day. But of course, we are playing against the Seahawks this week for week 1. That's a tough matchup. We also did use some XP on our players. So our team's actually looking pretty damn, even more stacked. It was always stacked, but even more stacked now than it was before. Scott is our kick returner. No, he is not. Spellman has taken those reins for years now, and he does a pretty damn good job with it. I love me some Porcher. Scott will be the number 2, though. Can't be wasting Porcher's energy on kick returns like some idiots would do. Just like this guy that does a Cowboys series puts Reese, his best receiver, at the return man job. Stupid. Just don't make no sense. But of course, we have 2 weeks of Bragg being the backup, unless Rodgers just plays so damn poorly. Or, actually, I got to make sure injuries are on. Or he does get injured. I mean, these things happen. So we have the injuries on. Everything is ready to go. What overall are we? We are a 96 to their 94. Okay. Looks like we're not the only ones on campus with some talent. It should be an interesting one. It should still be Russell Wilson at the helm as well. So we start the season at home, the Super Bowl champions, going against the Seattle Seahawks. This should be a great one. Week 1 is here. Really hoping for least amount of injuries as possible, of course. The main one, honestly, being Suggs or Andrews. You can see here 2 old vets going at it this week. Both guys kind of falling apart a little bit, but Rodgers still is the number 1 rated quarterback in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Like we said, at home, the weather is literally perfect. Cannot ask for a better opening day from both sides. McKinnon, the super fast up-and-comer, hopefully builds on year 1. And hopefully the team just builds on year 1. There's a couple guys that we hope for a resurgence. We hope Vic Beasley can get things done because he had a very poor debut season for us. Absolutely horrendous. A lot of injuries as well. It's not great. Leonard Dixon is the return man for them. He's got a bit of a speed boost. Let's get this going. Season 4 is underway, and here it is. They will get a chance to return it as well. Jowers, we have a bunch of new. Oh, he doesn't take it back though. A bunch of new guys as our number 2s and 3s. A lot of offensive linemen have upgraded themselves. Safeties, corners. Still don't have like a real backup pass rusher, especially since we lost Fackrell. Might need to make a trade mid-season or pick someone in free agency. And that's a wide open lane to start her off. And it's going to get him about 17 yards. Thomas Rawls is the starter. Still have Jimmy Graham on their roster. Of course, that's something we probably should have. And Russell Wilson forgets who he's going against. He's going against Josh Jones in this defense. Obviously, I would probably say that this is McKinney's defense, but those 2 guys, perfect. Lightning and thunder at the linebacker spots. You never really hear about that. You always hear about the running backs being thunder and lightning, but Josh Jones and McKinney take a new approach to that. And there it is. You got the lightning, and there's the thunder. So we can get some pressure with McMullen, play the D-line a little bit. McMullen, he's free. And Kevin King gets a pick in his first week. Come on, lads. Let's get some blocks and try to spin inside the offensive line of Russell Wilson. Takes us down. Not a bad start for the defense at all. Starting with a passing play on first down. Cooper looks open. And he's in for the touchdown. This team is too damn good. You said the biggest weakness after that would be Suggs, but obviously he plays way better than his overall. And he does get wide open. Baldwin down the field for a gain of about 32. A little crossing defense and man coverage. Got Nicholson underneath. And I left him open for the bait, and it worked. Russell under trouble. Looked for the open guy. Found him. But obviously not really much there for Jimmy. They will more than likely score, though. And there's an easy throw to Porcher. First down. That's a good throw. Right on the money. Andrews catches some room. Gains a big one. And I threw it once again. We're not getting rid of the ball in time. Frank Clark with 2 sacks already. Did not even test them. And that's going to be another sack. Of course, I would have loved to see, Bragg probably would have gotten out of there and maybe gotten it away, but 3 straight sacks for Aaron Rodgers. That is unbelievable, the amount of pressure they put on there. Ray McKinney, this could be a 3rd straight run. And it is. Boom! Jesus. McKinney literally took that entire drive. I know that was me on the user there, but I didn't even hit stick him. I ran into him, and I think he auto hit sticked. And Porcher is wide open. Obviously not really going to get around Earl Thomas no matter how old Earl is. As long as he's playing in a uniform, it's not going to be easy. It's an interesting play. Rodgers rolling out. Rodgers, not enough speed. I believe it was Spellman there, but I couldn't get there. And Frank Clark has 3 sacks this game. All over the place on this defense. Oh, good counter. Over the middle with McKinney, Lolito in coverage. Should be able to make a play. That's inside. Picked off by Jowers. Overthrown by a little bit, and Jowers, the backup, comes up with one. See if we can get anyone open. Andrews is wide open right out the gate, and that's a first down. Easy. Oh, he's got him. Andrews! Damn, barely beat Bobby Wagner. What a throw by Rodgers. He has been pretty much on fire this game. Down to the 8-yard line. Andrews is kind of set. Let's see. And I threw to Andrews once again. Rodgers holds on to it. Doesn't want to force the mistake, but it's another punt. That's not a punt. That's a field goal. Little play action over the middle. Russell Wilson has room. Got to chase him down, and that's a great open field tackle again by Josh Jones. Pretty much on the task of making sure he doesn't get that first down. And I got to grab on him. Somebody get there. Oh, we did get in the slide early. I'm calling a timeout. See if we can make it happen. Perfect throw. Adams holds on, and that'll be 2-minute warning. Throw it away. This offensive line is literally letting them walk right through us. They got to be running aggressive. And I mean, they have to be running aggressive. I went for the pump fake, and nothing will happen. Well, of course, they did nothing with it. Start of the second half, only up by 13. These are the kind of games you see between the Packers and the Seahawks. Just always happens. Packers defense isn't good enough, and the Seahawks offense isn't good enough. And Spellman gets an average return. Runs away for a decent gainage. See if we can get some push. And the run lane is open. Try it again. Suggs has still got a little bit of energy left. There he goes. Catching no block from Sharp, who could have had him. Uh-oh, Suggs is injured. Taking that shot. It's a perfect throw. Porcher cannot hold on. That was literally the perfect throw. Rodgers is feeling it this game. Armour fast out of the, not the backfield, but out of the play action here. Quick throw. I did not know what the route was, and that is all me. I thought it was supposed to go shorter than that, and that was like an end zone run. I don't know what the hell that was. That's my fault, big time. And there's another pick by Kevin King. If Vic Beasley gets out of the way. Kevin King with 2 picks in 1 week. Jesus, Rodgers has just got pounded. Don't know why I thought he could outrun KJ Wright. And it's going to be another field goal. 19-3. I don't know why these games are always like that, but they are. Now let's see if we can pull out a victory. I don't care how the margin is. W in the column is all that we're aiming for. They're going right into a blitz. Play action kind of worked a little bit. Russell fights his way to avoid the sack, but only gains 2 yards. Reynolds, the rookie, got to get some pressure here. Good job by McKinney. Oh, there's a fumble. That's a huge hit by Josh Jones. And Clinton Dix brings it to the 49-yard line. Josh Jones popped Jimmy Graham. Ooh, close face mask. I'm surprised Rodgers got that out there. I threw that a little late. Look at the Patriots destroying the Jets. 4th and 2. We're in field goal range. Got to take the 3-possession lead. Empty backfield. This is where Russell would love to run. Doesn't need to. Gums. I don't know how Grandma didn't do it. Gums. Just how I like it. There goes Clowney. And I forced him to throw that one away. I came screaming off the edge. I dove at him. He's going to press man blitz. And no, you can't be doing that now. Reynolds clutch. Clutch tackled onto the 4. Might as well move it back. We can get some Vic Beasley action. Double teamed. And there goes Russell. Russell fighting. Oh my God. The relentlessness of Russell Wilson. I mean, that would be all over SportsCenter. I mean, wow. Okay. Spellman has a chance to return. Pretty much has to return it here. And it's gone. The game's over. You can't let up a kick return touchdown. Cannot. When you're down by 12, you cannot. And obviously, we've been struggling on the return, so kind of shocking that came out there like that. And I simmed it literally one time, and it was picked up by McKinnon. I wanted to actually give them a chance because the stupid AI, I don't know why, but EA still hasn't figured that out. The AI doesn't even hurry up in that situation. They're waiting for the clock, and we obviously have a little bit of drainage. There goes Suggs! Wagner! And that's game. Suggs for the score. Gonna sim this one out more than likely. And well, first we'll put in Bragg because, the game's over. Bragg, the close second to starter in an actual game as well. Porcher wide open, and that's a score. Oh, the Seahawks have just completely fallen apart. Completely. It's over. Bragg's got a chance to run. He does have Porcher. He's going to take a shot. Porcher holds on. Amazing. This team is so good. Easily the best team I've ever assembled. The Bears look like they're also going to take an L. Kind of put on a little bit of a show near the end on the Seahawks. No offense, but there is a little bit of tension between the two. There'll definitely be fights on the field after that, but a victory is a victory. Bragg looked all right in his couple of throws. Rodgers looked pretty much perfect the entire game other than my mistake on the pick. Just completely misread that. Thought it was going to be underneath a little more, and nope, threw it right to the safety, basically. Scored 21 in the 4th. Other than the 4th quarter, it was a pretty, fair game across the board, and then the Seahawks decided to just completely fall apart. Like I said, on the highlights is the throw to Porcher last second. Suggs, 4th quarter score as well on Bobby Wagner. Porcher, that was another Bragg throw. Bragg apparently has a connection with Porcher. First throw of the game, Cooper. Amazing play. Kick return, which pretty much sparked the entire, blowout near the end. Kick return touchdown, very clutch. When we needed him, he showed up. Over 100 yards rushing, over 300 yards passing, over 10 yards per play. And the biggest one besides the score, 5 takeaways to their 1 passing. Bragg in 2 throws had half of Rodgers. But Rodgers still played an amazing game. Wilson with 4 picks. Rushing, Suggs actually did pretty well, of course. Kind of helped by that 52-yard run near the end of the game. Porcher had a great game, once again, because of those 2 throws. Dalton Andrews, 5 for 108. Very proud of that. That's not bad at all. And defensively, Frank Clark with 4.5 sacks. We had 1 with McKinney, and that's it. And then picks, 2 with Kevin King, 1 for Jowers, 1 for McKinnon. McManus, 5 for 5. And of course, Spellman with a kick return touchdown. Week 1 in the wraps. Very good game for us. Looking like a very promising season, even with these sliders being even higher than they were before. Still looking strong as the best team in the league, of course. Want to know who is our second week opponent? The Chicago Bears, who did lose. The Vikings were the only ones to win in the division. Let's take a look at 2 things. The league schedule. Week 1, the Lions lost by 7 to the Falcons. That's not that bad. Bears lost by 2 scores, and the Vikings won by 15. So I'm not sure how tough of a matchup this is, but the next few weeks look a little bit tough, honestly. So we have the Bears, the Lions, Eagles bye week, then the Bears again, then the Jags, the Panthers, Texans, Falcons, Vikings. So honestly, looking at this list, the only ones that are really easy on this list are probably... Wow, we play 5 road games in a row. I know we have a bye week in between, but 5 road games. So the Colts, Buccaneers, and maybe like the Bears and Lions each once are easy games. Everything else kind of on the tougher side. And then let's see the ranks. So 12 offense, not bad for a 10-minute quarters with 15-minute sim, and then 14th defense. No players of the week for us. I don't know how Camelot is still doing so well for the Patriots. Literally like a 2 overall. Wait, how did Dayon get it with 16 tackles and 1 pick when Kevin King had 2 picks? That's a little bias, I think. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the start, the opener of Season 4. I know I did. And yeah, I don't know if this is the first or the second video of the day. Probably the... honestly, actually might have been the first, but... Hope you guys enjoyed whatever content was out today. Tomorrow should be an Express video. Sunday should be a Far Cry and a Reload. So, lots of content for the weekend. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching as usual. Hope you guys come back for the next video. But until next video, see ya!